When I first heard the words cancer diagnosis, my world came crashing down around me. As a young mother of three, the thought of facing such a frightening and uncertain journey was almost too much to bear. However, little did I know that this diagnosis would not only test my strength, but also strengthen the bonds within my family in ways I never thought possible. Sitting in a sterile room that smelled faintly of antiseptic, with my hands clasped tightly in my lap to stop them from shaking, I was about to face a moment that would redefine the course of my life. My doctor, with a solemn look that I had come to dread, slid the test results across the table towards me. As I glanced down at the paper, a single word stood out, stark and unyielding: cancer. In that instant, the air seemed to thin, making each breath a Herculean effort. I could feel the walls closing in, as if the room itself was reacting to the gravity of my diagnosis. The world outside continued its hustle and bustle, oblivious to the monumental shift that had just occurred in my life. I thought of my 3 young children at home, their laughter filling our house with joy, and how that laughter might soon be replaced with whispers and worry. The fear of not being there to watch them grow up, to guide and protect them, gripped my heart with an icy hand. Yet, amidst the whirlwind of emotions, a surprising feeling started to take root. It was a resolve, a determination not to let this diagnosis define me or dictate the story of my life. I realized that while I couldn't control the cancer, I could control how I faced it. And in that moment of clarity, I made a silent vow to fight with everything I had, not just for myself, but for my family who needed me. That day did indeed change everything. It marked the beginning of the most challenging journey I'd ever embark on, but also the start of a remarkable journey where love, resilience, and the human spirit would shine through the darkest of times. The weeks following my cancer diagnosis were enveloped in a thick fog of uncertainty that seemed to touch every aspect of our lives. My family and I found ourselves navigating an unfamiliar landscape, one where plans for the future were suddenly cast into doubt, and every conversation seemed laced with the unspoken fear of what was to come. This new reality was jarring, a stark contrast to the security and predictability we once took for granted. As days turned into weeks, the uncertainty began to weigh heavily on us all. It was there in the quiet moments, when the house was still, and my thoughts would race towards a future I could no longer picture clearly. It lingered in the pauses of our conversations, in the glances exchanged over dinner tables, and in the hesitancy of making plans even a few weeks out. The normalcy we once knew had been replaced with a constant state of limbo, where hope and fear coexisted uncomfortably. Yet it was within this weight of uncertainty that we also found moments of profound connection. Forced to confront the fragility of life, we began to communicate in more meaningful ways, sharing our fears, hopes, and love for each other with a depth that had been unexplored before my diagnosis. This uncertainty, while daunting, brought with it an unexpected gift, the realization that the present moment was something to be cherished, not overlooked. Despite the unease that came with not knowing what the future held, my family and I learned to find solace in each other. We became more intentional with our time, more patient, and more forgiving. The uncertainty that initially seemed like an insurmountable barrier eventually became a catalyst for growth, drawing us closer in ways we hadn't imagined. As we navigated this uncharted territory together, the weight of uncertainty, though never fully lifted, became a burden we learned to carry as one. As I began to come to terms with my cancer diagnosis, I watched in awe as my family transformed before my eyes, morphing into an unbreakable support system that I never knew I needed so deeply. They became my warriors, each assuming roles that filled the gaps of my suddenly chaotic life. My partner, who had always been my rock, took on even more, managing both our household and his job with a grace that left me humbled and profoundly thankful. My parents and siblings, despite their own fears and heartaches, rallied too, offering to babysit, cook meals, and just be there whenever despair seemed to overshadow hope. One particularly tough morning, when the side effects of treatment had left me feeling particularly vulnerable, I remember my children, who were more intuitive and resilient than I had given them credit for, coming into my room with handmade cards and wildflowers. Their innocent smiles and unwavering belief in my strength filled me with a renewed determination. It was in this moment I truly understood the depth of our collective strength. We were not just family, we were a team, each of us playing a crucial part in this fight against cancer. This newfound solidarity extended beyond the confines of our immediate family. Friends, neighbors, and even acquaintances became part of our extended army, sending messages of encouragement, offering to run errands, and providing meals on the days when cooking was the furthest thing from my mind. It was a humbling demonstration of community and compassion, a testament to the goodness that emerges in times of crisis. Each gesture, no matter how small, was a reminder that we were not alone in this battle. Together, we were gathering our forces, building a fortress of love and support that cancer could not penetrate. With each day, despite the challenges and uncertainties, our bond only grew stronger, proving that when faced with adversity, unity is our greatest weapon. During the grueling months of chemotherapy, the days blurred into a tapestry of exhaustion and resilience, marked by the steadfast presence of my family. Their unwavering support became my sanctuary, a tangible manifestation of love that buoyed me through the darkest waters of my treatment. Each morning, I woke to find small notes of encouragement left by my children, simple words scrawled in crayon that carried the weight of the world in their sincerity and hope. My partner, steadfast and gentle, became the keeper of optimism, always there with a warm embrace or a word of encouragement, reminding me of the strength I possessed even when I felt it slipping away. Their support took many forms, from the practical to the profoundly emotional. They adapted to the rhythm of my needs, intuitively knowing when to offer silence or solace, when to fill the room with laughter, or when to simply sit beside me, their presence a silent vow of solidarity. On the days when the side effects made even the simplest tasks seem insurmountable, they were my hands, my feet, my strength. They attended appointments, holding on to every word the doctors said, becoming advocates and allies in my fight against cancer. But perhaps most importantly, they taught me the true meaning of vulnerability. In showing my fears and allowing myself to lean on them, I discovered a deeper level of intimacy and connection. We cried together, shared our fears and dreams, and in doing so, wove a stronger fabric of family unity that could withstand any storm. This journey, though harrowed by pain and uncertainty, illuminated the remarkable capacity of my family to rise to the occasion, transforming every challenge into a testament of our collective resilience and love. Their unwavering support was not just my lifeline. It was a gift, one that reshaped our lives, knitting us closer with threads of compassion, understanding, and an unbreakable bond of mutual support. The journey through my treatment was a path we tread together, with my family intertwining their steps with mine, creating a mosaic of support and love that surrounded me. Every doctor's appointment was a family affair. My husband would grasp my hand, a silent promise of his unwavering support, while my children, with their small, concerned faces trying to mask their worry, would offer hugs that seemed to recharge my soul. We turned these visits into opportunities to bond, making each trip a testament to our collective resilience. My family became adept at interpreting medical jargon, asking questions that never even crossed my mind, their inquiries driven by a desire to understand and a determination to be involved in every decision. It was as if they too were shouldering the burden of my illness, willing to share its weight to lighten my load. They meticulously tracked my treatment schedule, ensuring I never missed a medication dose or therapy session, their diligence a comforting reminder of their constant presence. On the days when the treatment left me drained, both physically and emotionally, they were the force that kept me grounded. My partner would quietly take over the household chores, his actions speaking volumes of his love and care. Meanwhile, my parents would fill the house with laughter and warmth, a much-needed distraction from the rigors of my treatment. This chapter of our lives, dominated by the highs and lows of my cancer treatment, highlighted the strength of our unity. We learned to communicate in the language of silent understanding, a look or a touch conveying volumes. It was a period marked by challenges, but also by immense growth, as we navigated the complexities of treatment not as individuals, but as a cohesive unit, bound by love and a shared determination to face whatever lay ahead together. The essence of my cancer journey brought me to a pivotal realization: embracing vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a profound strength. As I navigated the stormy seas of treatment and uncertainty, I learned to lower the walls I had built around my heart, revealing my true feelings to my family. It was a transformative experience, one that allowed me to share my deepest fears and anxieties without the fear of judgment or pity. In this openness, I found an unexpected source of power. There were nights soaked in tears where I voiced out loud the terror of not being there for my children's futures. And in those moments, rather than finding despair, I discovered the comforting embrace of my loved ones, their support unwavering. They didn't try to fix everything with empty reassurances. Instead, they listened, they held me, and through their presence, they showed me that it's okay to not always be strong. This journey of vulnerability brought us closer, knitting our family fabric with tighter threads. My children learned that it's okay to show emotions, to admit when you're scared or need help. My partner and I found a deeper level of communication and understanding, bridging gaps that we didn't even know existed. By sharing my vulnerabilities, I allowed my family to show their strength, enabling them to step in, to be my strength when I had none left. In laying bare my fears and hopes, I was met with an outpouring of love and empathy that fortified my resolve to fight, not just for survival, but for the rich tapestry of shared moments that make up our lives together. This path of embracing vulnerability has taught me that strength lies in the courage to be open, and love, in its purest form, is found in the spaces where we allow ourselves to be truly seen. In the midst of our battle with my cancer, my family found a surprising sanctuary in the ordinary moments that stitched our days together. These snippets of everyday magic became our lifeline, a way to hold on to the essence of who we were beyond the shadow of illness. A shared glance over breakfast, the warmth of sunlight spilling through the window, or the comforting routine of tucking my children into bed at night. These moments, seemingly insignificant, began to shimmer with a new significance. One evening, as we gathered in the living room, an impromptu dance party erupted. The sound of laughter mingled with music, filling the room with an infectious joy that momentarily lifted the weight of worry from our shoulders. We danced with abandon, each of us momentarily freed from the roles that cancer had thrust upon us. I was no longer just a patient, but a mother, a partner, a friend, reveling in the pure, unbridled happiness of being with my loved ones. On another day, finding joy came quietly. It was in the form of a homemade card from my youngest, adorned with scribbles and a message of love that was more felt than read. Holding it in my hands, I was reminded of the deep well of hope and strength that my family provided, a reminder that joy could be found not in grand gestures, but in the small, heartfelt offerings of everyday life. These little things, these moments of joy became our refuge. They reminded us that even in the darkest times, light could be found in the laughter, love, and connection that bound us together. It was a lesson in living fully, in the present, cherishing each small joy as a gift, a beacon of hope in our journey together. As the curtains of my treatment finally drew to a close, the path to recovery spread out before me, painted with the colors of hope, and the tender, persistent care of my family. They were there, every step of the way, as I navigated this new chapter, their encouragement a constant echo in my heart. With each small victory, their faces lit up, mirroring my own relief and happiness. The first time I managed to walk around the block post-treatment, they were beside me, celebrating this seemingly small feat as if it were a monumental achievement. Our home became a place of healing, not just for my body but for our spirits. The children, understanding the fragility of health, showered me with hugs that spoke volumes of their love and relief. My partner was ever present, a pillar of strength and patience, helping me rebuild my strength and confidence day by day. It was during this time that our family rituals took on new importance. We found joy in preparing meals together, the kitchen alive with chatter and laughter, a stark contrast to the silence that once lingered during the depths of my illness. Evenings were spent huddled together, sharing stories or watching movies, the simplicity of these moments a stark reminder of what we had fought to preserve. This road to recovery was not just about regaining my physical health. It was a journey of rediscovering the depth of our family's resilience and the profound connection we shared. Every hug, every shared laugh, and every step forward was a testament to our collective triumph over the trials we had faced. Together, we emerged stronger, bound by an unspoken promise to cherish every moment, recognizing the precious gift of health and family unity. In this unexpected journey, the true essence of my family's strength and love was revealed in ways I could have never imagined. Each step, every challenge we faced together, peeled back layers of fear and vulnerability, only to uncover an indomitable spirit that thrived on unity and mutual support. It's a profound realization to see the depths of courage and affection that lie within the people you hold dearest. They stood by me, transforming our trials into a testament of unwavering faith and hope, demonstrating that true strength is not just about enduring hardship, but about how we uplift each other through it. The love that enveloped me during this time was a beacon, guiding me through the darkest tunnels and illuminating my path with grace and resilience. It was a love that didn't just whisper words of comfort but roared in actions of sacrifice, patience, and unending support. Witnessing my family band together, drawing closer in the face of adversity, has etched into my heart a sense of gratitude and awe for the bonds we share. This journey underscored the essence of our connection, revealing that the fabric of our family is woven with threads of incredible strength and love. These reflections do not just mirror the past, but shine forward, lighting the way with lessons of courage, the importance of vulnerability, and the unmatched power of familial love. As I stand on the threshold of what feels like a new chapter in my life, my heart overflows with gratitude. This journey through the shadow of cancer has been the most arduous path I've ever walked, yet I find myself emerging with a profound sense of thankfulness for the mosaic of support my family has provided. They have been my compass and my anchor, guiding me back to myself and to the essence of what truly matters. Reflecting on the months gone by, I see how this ordeal has reshaped our family dynamic, knitting us closer in ways I hadn't imagined possible. There's an unspoken understanding among us now, a shared resilience that whispers of our collective strength and the depths of our love for one another. The experiences we've shared, both harrowing and heartening, have painted our family story with bold, indelible strokes of compassion, support, and unconditional love. Looking forward, I am buoyed by hope and a renewed zest for life. The future, once a looming question mark, now unfolds with the promise of new possibilities and the joy of second chances. With my family by my side, I feel equipped to embrace whatever comes our way, knowing that together, we can weather any storm. Our journey has taught me the irreplaceable value of cherishing every moment and has instilled in me an unshakable belief in the power of love to conquer the unimaginable. As we step into tomorrow, I carry with me the lessons of courage, the importance of vulnerability, and, most importantly, the unparalleled strength found in the bonds of family.